In a deep, dark dungeon lives a mini painter who cannot finish a single project. Does he suffer from ADHD? A touch of the tism? No. It is a simple lack of discipline.
All right, if you guys haven't figured it out by now, I am a bit of a procrastinator. I get about 25% of a project done and then move on to something else. It's kind of how I've always done this hobby, and it has not worked out for me at all. I have you'll see all my projects here in a second, but I have 5 or 6 projects that I'm 25% or less the way done with.
You guys know about loops in math?
So for November, I'm going to take this time and I am going to focus not solely, but the majority of my time on one project and get it done. If I get other stuff done too, cool. But I gotta set a goal and just get a project done. Maybe I'll feel a little bit better about myself. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. So that's the goal. This November, I'm gonna figure out one of these projects and get it done. And you guys can kind of see which one I'm gonna choose and how much crap I got to do. But I gotta start setting monthly goals for one project or even multiple projects. But these first couple months, I'm going to do one project. All right, that's my goal. Do you guys struggle with this? How do you do it? How do you do it? Because I'm not good at this crap. I'm not good at getting a project done, start to finish, knocking it out. I'm not good at that. As you can see, if you've watched the channel for a while, I think the only army I have done is my 6 mil Romans and Carthaginians. That's it. Everything else is halfway built, halfway painted, halfway based. Yeah, I got a problem, a big problem. So if you guys have any tips or anything about how you knock out a project, maybe I'm just undisciplined. Maybe that's the big problem. It's definitely part of it. I'll admit that. It's definitely part of it. But yeah, let me know how you guys, I'm going to show all the stuff I have here, stop rambling, and then kind of what I decided to go. Thanks, guys. All right, before we get into what I'm going to be working on, let's look at everything that I haven't finished. And this isn't even a complete list, but it's everything I'm currently working on. So first off, we got the World War II Germans. Got a whole bunch of sprues of these left. 4 sprues. One's fairly done, but yeah. 4 sprues of these World War II Victrix. And this isn't even all the stuff I have to do. Got to do some Stukas, a couple Panzers, maybe some other vehicles, maybe like an armored car or something. I would like to do some gliders too, since some of them flew in on gliders. I think that would be cool, even if it's just for terrain pieces. Maybe some crash gliders. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, that's one half of the World War II project. I suppose the other half of the World War II project, which I really haven't even started yet, but where I live, kind of the wargaming community around here, I need both armies to play this game. And I haven't even started on it. This is all I have is a Matilda tank for the British and Greek forces for my Crete campaign. So still got to do that. Then I got all my Ottomans for my Gallipoli campaign. Hopefully that focuses here shortly. There we go. But yeah, got a bunch of Ottomans still left to paint. I got a decent amount knocked out. Well, can we stay in focus? There we go. But yeah, got a bunch of Ottomans left to paint. Don't need really vehicles for them. We'll need some artillery I got to paint up. Got a couple machine guns. Got enough for probably a company. So just got to keep painting these guys. Gonna have to work on terrain and the other side because, like I said, right now don't really have nobody in my area to play with. So I'll have to do the Anzacs and British forces too. I got my Bavarian project. I got about another 8 or so guys I need to print off and paint up for this to have another battalion done. And then that'll give me 2 battalions, a whole 2 battalions. So I got quite a ways to go on this project. And I just broke the flag off of this sapper here, so that's awesome. I'm going to have to glue that back on and then paint that. So yeah, there's the Bavarian project. It's not even close to being done. I mean, 2 battalions for Game of Black Powder is nothing. But yeah, that's where I'm at on the Bavarians. And then this is about the time I just started rambling and taking forever. So I sped this up and I'm recording this audio afterwards, obviously. But yeah, these are just some miniatures I need to paint. Some of the ones I'm kind of using as just miniatures to paint, test models, just to work on some skills, some more skin tones. This guy can really get some work in on feathers. Haven't painted feathers in a long time, and last time I didn't do a hot job. So that's kind of why I got to work on these guys, just to sharpen my skills a little bit. Then a new project I've printed stuff up for. I don't want to say started because, yeah, it's not getting started for a while. But Trench Crusade, sorry. But it's interested me quite a lot, so I just printed off these models for basically a warband. I don't know what they call them in Trench Crusade. But yeah, these are just from Bastarium Miniatures, and some are from Station Forge. Printed these guys up. It's a low model count game, so that kind of excites me. This guy, I'm going to reprint him. I'm going to upscale him a little bit. He doesn't look exactly into scale with the other guys. He's a little bit too thin. And then I got this model. Real cool model. Super excited to paint this one up, see how it comes out. So in total, if you count the Crete project, the Gallipoli project, my Bavarians, the stuff I want to just paint to get better with, and then the Trench Crusade, that's 5 projects. And that's not including painting other armies for like the Crete and the Gallipoli campaign, and really even the Bavarians, but that's way down the road. So that's a lot of stuff. I need to stop being so diversified and fix my attention on something. Lock in. I need to lock in, right? So I'm going to paint the Germans. That's the goal. It's to get this German forces done. And we'll get into this on the table here in a second. All right. And this is going to be my main project for November. Finishing up my 10 mil World War II Fallschirmjägers for my Crete project. So I'm going to be using the battle group rules. And the battle group rules is this is a platoon. So you got your leader, 3 rifle squads with MG teams, and a light mortar. So this is a platoon. My goal is to get 5 more of these done. 5 more platoons done. So that'll give me basically 2 companies worth. I got the leader for this guy. I got the light mortar for him painted up. And then I need to do... How many more squads is that? Oh man, I'm really bad at math. 15 more squads. So 15 more individual squads of these guys. And then 3 more of the heavy mortars. I'm sorry, 2 more of the heavy mortars. I got an FO team. I need to glue that back down. That's okay. Got an FO team here. We'll do some type of headquarters command for the companies, and then something for like a battalion level, since my goal is to have 2 companies. And then we'll do some heavy MG teams also, probably 3 heavy MG teams. And then my last goal is to do a couple of vehicles. And I think what I'm going to do is like a Stuka. So I'm going to do one of them as a Stuka. I already got the file. I just need to print it up. And then do some basing bits with some of the jump canisters that they would have their weapons in. So I could use these as like objective markers or whatnot. But that's my main goal, is to get these done. And I'm choosing these is because I want to do some other stuff. But I need to get this project finished. That way I can work on some other stuff, maybe my Ottomans, maybe some other stuff. But that is the main goal right now, is to get the World War II Fallschirmjägers done. This will free me up to work on terrain for these guys and move on to the British. I got to figure out where I'm going to get the British from. I was thinking about Victrix, but they only have 8th Army, late war, and airborne. I could use the late war troops. I mean, these aren't historically accurate for Crete either, right? These guys got MG 42s. Some are walking around with Panzerfaust and Panzerschrecks. It's not realistic, but I don't have to play those models as that. So I'm not too worried about it. But I'm setting this goal. I'm going to get it done. I'll have a sense of accomplishment. I'm not going to base them until I got all of them done. That way I can knock out all the basing at once, make it easy, knock it out, get it done with. So I'm going to paint them all up, glue them to the bases, and I'll do all the basing at the end. I'll probably do an update once a week on the November project. I'm going to do other stuff in between just to not get burnt out, but it's going to be small stuff, like couple-hour project, nothing crazy. But this is the main goal. This, a few vehicles, probably a Stuka, maybe like an armored car or something, maybe a Panzer II, because they did bring Panzer IIs on later in the campaign once they had a foothold. So maybe some Panzer IIs, maybe a little bit of terrain or something. But my goal is to get this army done, to have a full army for my 15 mil, 10 mil / 12 mil, whatever Victrix is doing with their stuff. Fallschirmjägers. All right, guys, let me know what you are planning on working on this November. Do you have any big projects you're knocking out, or is it just business as usual?